Hello and welcome. My name is Aerith, and this is my weekly update on my free-to-play account. So, the first thing you will see is Boba Fett is at Relic 5. I'm going to continue working on his relics. I'm going to get him up to Relic 7, possibly 8. I know he has to be at 8 for Executor, but that's that. I got really unlucky with my rolls, so Bo-Katan needs another 1 to 3 days to farm up her last shards. Keller and Beck is halfway towards his relic levels. I'm going to bring him right up to Relic 5. And I tend to bring Padawan Obi-Wan and Master Qui-Gon up to Relic 5 because their assault battles are just going to be important. All of the requirements for Bam have been met, and I have finally achieved him. I will go through the event at the end of the video, and I will also go through the Chewbacca event at the end of the video. Boba Fett basically solos the Chewbacca event at relic levels. It makes sense, right? I have a whole bunch of characters flagged right now, for all for different reasons. Gar Saxon and Imperial Commando, they are Dark Side Mandalorians, not necessary for that team, but I still think that they'll be efficient as long as they're not against a team with days because of their retaliations being so poignant. I also have Jolie Bindo here as well as Bas Lashan. They are both at 7 stars, so I can actually begin working on another Jedi team, looking at Bas Lashan or Qui-Gon Jinn as my next leaders. However, Qui-Gon Jinn, I'm still hesitating to get him up to 7 stars yet, for the reason that I'm gonna use Padawan Obi-Wan here. I only have 17 Omicrons, so I still need another 3 before I can apply that Omicron and make Qui-Gon Jinn useful in Grand Arena. Bas Lashan, I just level up her abilities. I am currently farming Jango Fett and Bo-Katan Reese, and that's pretty much where all of my regular energy is going. And then it's all going into getting more gears. So I'm throwing in Bosk because he's the pilot for the reason I'm farming Jango, right? So for the Houndstooth is Jango node, and then pilot for it makes sense. General Veers, if I'm going to start farming towards an imp team, would kind of be wise to do so. So I'm gonna need General Veers as well as Admiral Piet because I already have a few Imperials. We go here. So we have 1, 2 already farmed up. 3 farmed up. So we just need our leader as well as the executor requirement. Then I could start gearing them. Scout Trooper was down the road because he's going to be required for Galactic Legend Leia. 8th Brother is flagged because he is on the same node as the IG-2000, which is required for Executor. And that's pretty much it. That's basically my update. I'm continuing to farm Slave 1 rather slowly. Gauntlet Starfighter, I'm farming every day because it's the ICS node. Anakin Starfighter is almost at 7 stars. I have General Kenobi at 5 stars now. I haven't activated him, but he is at 5 stars. So I could get the Negotiator rather soon. In other words, my next light side team should probably be going towards Executor as well as the Galactic Republic fleets, which I've kind of been neglecting to farm a little bit. My Razor Crest annoyingly is still sitting at 5 shards away. So once I upgrade Beskar Mando, then Razor Crest will be activated, and then I'll have 5 late side ships in order to complete more fleet challenges. Here I just need to 1, 2, 3, 4. Continue working on the Gauntlet as well as Houndstooth, and that'll bring them up. But for other fleets, such as like this one, for example, or this one, you need light side ships, so having the Razor Crest will make a big difference. Aside from that, pretty sure that's about it. So yeah, so we have our Jedi options, Jedi team option 1, Jedi team option 2. Kind of hard to pick and choose on who exactly is going to be ideal. Kelleran Backgas calls for Galactic Republic. Jedi Knight Anakin calls for Galactic Republic. Don't know if these two do. They synergize really well with Queen Amidala, but I won't get her until way after 4 million galactic power because she's a Proving Grounds character. Jolie Bindo, always good to have a revive. Ahsoka could kind of throw in somewhere there, but she doesn't call for Galactic Republic. Same with Mace Windu and Grandmaster Yoda. So it's just Jolie and Bastila Shan that kind of affect whether or not I'm going to have them on the team or not, right? Because of the callouts for Galactic Republic. My Empire team, probably going to look something like this for now. There is an alternative option where I put Royal Guard and Tarkin here. Royal Guard is a pilot for the Emperor shuttle, so it makes sense that I would just get them up for the Empire shuttle. And Tarkin is he's a fleet commander as well. Here I have my Must-Die, and then I have another imp sitting there in the background that's already ready, so I don't actually have to put Scout Trooper there. I'll actually replace that now so that I don't forget about that. Here. There. So I do need to farm these 2 characters. I have to get get up to Relic 8. These are all requirements for the Executor and my Mandalorian. Really disappointed that I couldn't get Bo-Katan up to 7 stars, as well as be able to activate my Razor Crest. Today, that was kind of my hopes. That was one of the reasons why I installed. The other reason is, well, more personal. Anyway, I am going to be struggling through quite the Kyrotech grind, but that is the reason why I brought Ahsoka up to gear 12, because she didn't require Kyrotechs to get here. She will need Kyrotechs to get to relic levels. So I'll prioritize him, get his Kyros applied, and then after that, then I'll probably apply them to her, or I will look at another character that I can bring them up to. I do need to note that in order to achieve the Beskar Mando event, I had to bring the Mandalorian up to gear 10. Having him at gear 9 was just not working for me, and that required me to use 100 Kylos, 50 of each. It was unfortunate. I didn't like having to do that, but it wasn't a waste because I was able to activate the Mandalorian, Beskar armor, as well as Mandalorian, not Beskar armor, is also going to be a pretty effective bounty hunter down the road anyway. Anyway, that has been my update, and I hope you enjoyed. I went all over the place and have very little focus on implementing talking points. I just kind of go across them as is. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. I am sitting at 15 million credits. So depending on what you guys suggest, I will either upgrade Qui-Gon or Bastila Shan. And yeah, that's about it for this week. Stay tuned for both the Chewbacca and the Beskar Mando events. And then without further ado, I will see you guys in the next one. God bless. All right. So I might have mentioned at the end of the video I would put my attempts at the Chewbacca and the Mandalorian event. Dude, I got lucky. That's what it was. I'm gonna try it one time while recording, because I tried recording this like a dozen times already. So if the AOE, if the RNG doesn't work in my favor this time, then I'm just not even gonna show you guys, because you'll get the point. So you want to stack up Whistling Birds. You want to focus Moff Gideon. And you just want to keep trying to get to use those Whistling Birds. Alright, so we're gonna do this. And then I don't think anybody needs the immunity yet. So we'll do this. Somebody's gonna annihilate us. I can feel it in my bones. Okay. So again, no immunity necessary, so we'll just... Somebody's gonna do a big explosive damage. Okay, that did significantly less than I was expecting. Alright, now we activate Whistling Birds. Yeah. And yeah. Cool. Maybe I played the event wrong. I don't care. I'm not an educator. Whatever I did right. Everything went right, and I ended up getting him unlocked. That's where I'm leaving that. With the Chewbacca event, pretty well is the same thing. Right, so I went in there. Oh yeah, you guys, they said their thing. That worked in my favor. Using the invisibility, but nobody going invisible worked in my favor. So we focus on Han. Not quite enough damage. As long as I could get my contract and keep Boba alive, we'll be... That's it. I lost. Yeah. This is how things go when I am recording. So I have probably about an hour of scrapped attempts at both of these events. We'll go with the basic. Yeah, that didn't work in my favor. Uh-huh. Maybe I should have started with the AoE. I don't know. Cool. I'm done. I'm not an educator. If you guys know how to get through it, then fantastic. He carried me through this, and I'm not going to do it another dozen times. Same with the Mando event. RNG works in your favor, great. If it doesn't, and it works with me, then get screwed and just be persistent. I might be absolutely insane, because yeah, I do these things over and over and expect different results, and then eventually get a different result sometimes, but not usually when I'm recording. So anyway, that's that. Thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
God bless.